Good morning and welcome to day 3 of van life in New Zealand. This was a busy morning. I worked a lot in the morning before I left my camp spot, got some uploads done, and then I headed to the local library actually to work a lot more. So I closed up shop here, made my way over, and while I was working, also charged all of my electronics because I needed my EcoFlow to be charged a bit more. And yeah, I love the local library, so thank you. I also tried to power my Starlink, and of course it didn't work because I was inside, but the guy suggested it. Anyways, more on that later. I went to dump my toilet water because, yes, I did pee in it. And then I went to Goat Island, which is a marine reserve on the east coast of the North Island. It's really beautiful. I ended up buying snorkeling equipment, even though I already have a bunch at home in the States, because I thought I'll probably use this again. I made a little PB&J wrap, and then I realized that I had this little cut on my finger, and I've had problems with cuts in the past. So I figured might as well bandage this up. I know going in the ocean probably isn't the best, but maybe this is better, and I'll clean it when I get back. Then I put on my gear, and I looked legit. Look at those fins. I'm sorry. You can't tell me these fins are not sick, though. Like, I had to buy them. And then I was like, cool, let's do this thing. I was stoked. And it was windy. You can see kind of how windy it is down here. Saw a couple fish. Honestly, nothing crazy. I was hoping to see some rays and I didn't. That's okay because the views were beautiful. Like, it's a stunning little area. This is Goat Island itself. It's 100 meters from the shore. It's worth a visit. It's really, really beautiful. It was a nice spot to kind of soak up the sun, and then decided I was ready to head back. Visibility wasn't great, so I figured I'll get on with my day and head on to my next spot. So I started driving over to my next spot. It was a beautiful little drive. It was a highway drive, which isn't my favorite, but hey, we'll do what we can. And then I got there and I said, holy cannoli, excuse me, with a view? I hadn't had a view yet. And I was like, this is the spot. I made a little quesadilla for dinner. It was not the most aesthetically pleasing, but it was delicious. And that's really all that matters. And then I took another hot girl evening walk. Once I got back, it was dark and I played chess with a robot and then charged my electronics using my EcoFlow, and I realized it is a full moon. And so I sat with Luna's full moon energy for a little bit and just basked in it. This was day 3 of van life in New Zealand. See you tomorrow.